this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my Let's Play Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Beta, Episode 10. We're finally all explored all in here, I think, and now we're ready to go out and see how bad the city actually is. So, off we go. We're going to take all of our people with us. We will probably have to set up a new marching order once we're out. I don't know if we can do that from the map screen. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. So we have the Tieflings Hideout, which it looks like we can get to directly. Looks like we can get to the library directly. The market square. Well, maybe not. It looks like we might have to go through the we have to go through the market square to get to there. And they want us to check this out, which also requires us to get through the market square. So I think our first place to go should be the market square. Ooh, it actually follows the streets now. That's neat. I think our little tiefling friend is going to have to wait until after we take care of some other business. Wow, we go to check out one thing and we get a random encounter. But that will let us set our party order. Okay, let's go ahead and rearrange this a little. And we want to move Bear up front. Archer there. You're sort of a caster, dual wielder type. So let's go ahead and, well, maybe we want to switch. Nah, we'll leave it that way. Okay. I assume since we're pointed this way, this is the way we want to go. I think for a lot of these encounters, they're so straightforward that we will turn off turn base when we don't need it. We have enough fighter types that we don't really need. Strange that this guy, oh, now he has something. We will just take everything because we have lots of carrying capacity. And you, of course, got hit, so
let's move already.
Let's have you throw your... I can only throw this on someone one spell per day. I think we're much better for healing now that I've got my auras and my community powers, so because I don't want to sleep too much because we have a limited time frame before. Now this means this is a safe area for us. We found 1 cheese, 1 butter, 1 rainbow quartz, 1 razor sharp claw. Did we get it? I assume so. Okay, let us continue on to here. Well, now we're going a different route. Makes sense. Let's enter the market square. And we're gotta look for people that will help out with defending the inn from the attack of evil. Do 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 do.
You ask me.
Dispatch those fools!
Endure this!
Okay. Okay, so there's there.
Time to share your treasures!
No glory without risk! Out of my way!
Let's turn off that because it gets annoying and confuses me because I think they have stuff when they don't. Okay.
I'll cheer you on from over there. Distract them for me.
You can see why I decided to basically just do this all on the real time, because most of these guys are pretty easy to do. There are fights where I'll switch, but that's the advantage of this system. You can switch on the fly. I thought I saw something over here. Oh, another barrel there. Collect. More over here. Collect all. Did they kill all the good guys? Oh no, there they are. Okay, so they are searching the city. Let us continue on.
Won't be halted there.
Okay, that looks like it's an exit out of this area, so we will ignore it and head back this way. I do wish it was more that the gamma worked, because this is probably a little dark on YouTube for you guys. Let me see if maybe I can change it now that they've done some updates. Let's run it all the way up. That really make any difference? Let's see if I take it the other way. Yoop. I don't really see any difference on it, so I don't think the gamma correction actually does anything. Okay, let us continue on. Let's go ahead and have
No
you
one stands in my way.
throw this on the bear. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wrong spell. That's alright, that one's infinite, so. And it doesn't hurt to throw it because then everyone should get 1 extra hit point. I think. Apparently not. Oh well. The bear has his light. That's what we wanted. Oh, I kept hitting 2. That's why that was doing it. Okay. Anything there? Nope. Let's go down this way.
Cut them to pieces.
Bad guys.
A mess.
And you're injured now.
Battles await.
Oh. Gotta remember, use that first. Okay, now I can use one of these. That's weird. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
We do it my way.
This looks like an important building. Can we get in it? Doesn't look like it. So that must be the bottom of the map.
Did we step on your toes as well?
Oh, he's throwing a spell. Shoot at him!
Is this a mock fight?
Bear's injured. I do like the animals actually being in here. I think that is a much better way of doing stuff. How come he still had his... I don't understand why he still had his extra hit point. Not since I can do this at will. Give everyone 1 extra hit point. Never hurts. Never hurts. Oh, except we didn't check down here. Oh, there's some... Oh, we forgot to loot these bodies. Collect all. Collect all. Let's look at the map. Looks like we just have a little corner down here. Looks like there's something over here. Yep, there we are. And something over there. Something else over there. We'll make this quick. She won't feel a thing. I don't know. Can we really do this? Listen, we don't have a chance. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do? A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She is dressed in rags and barely cover the hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl is on her knees, watching placidly as the people argue heatedly around her. It's as if she doesn't sense the looming threat at all. A black crow flies in agitated circles around her head. In Iomid's name, we're sorry, girl, but it's our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who will be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway. The knight brings his sword above the girl's head. I understand you're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourself to me. Just do what you decided to do. The girl smiles serenely, as though she isn't at risk of imminent death. What's going on here? The knight's hands are shaking. Our weapons barely scratch the demon's hide. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomid so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawns of the abyss. It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend the city somehow or else we'll all perish, including her. So we would need a 7 for this. We would need an 8 for this. And we need a 7 for this. Let's try this one. Exactly. That was what we're thinking. The goddess would never allow this. Whose idea was this anyway? The knight looks at his comrades in superstition. I think it was yours. And my idea? I was against the whole thing right from the start. Who said we needed to make a sacrifice? Wasn't it you? You can't blame anyone else for that. Please don't fight. All of you are good people, defenders of the city. You made a mistake. The girl turns to you. Please, don't hurt them. The little girl is defending the people who wanted to slaughter her a minute ago. She's either a saint or she's insane. Maybe the two together. Hey, I know her. I see her all the time on the street. She's a couple cards short of a full deck, if you know what I mean. Hi. The girl waves at Woljif with a smile. Remember how we used to play together when we were little? But you went and got all big, and I stayed the same for some reason. Huh? I played with you? Ha, pull the other one. You did. We played tag and hide and seek. Then you and the bigger boys came up with the game where you all threw stones at me. You laughed so hard it made me happy too. But then you grew up and went away to do grown-up things. Want to play with me now? The tiefling turns away, covering his reddened face with his hands. For the love of... Cannabis is too damn small. Go to the Defender's Heart Tavern. That's where the survivors are gathering. And don't even think of doing anything so disgusting ever again. Thank you. The knight, hurry away before you can change your mind. The girl smiles at you. The crow alights on her shoulder and looks at you with eyes that are much too intelligent for an ordinary bird. They are gone, and they all lived. I was sure someone would die today. So many people have died here already. But we're still alive for some reason. Strange, isn't it? But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really. Who are you? Call me Ember. I live here on the streets for many years now. But there's nothing to say about me. I don't think you're an ordinary girl, and that crow you have there, it's not ordinary either. The elf girl strokes the crow's beak. Its eyes narrow in satisfaction, and it makes a cooing sound. No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me all those. Now, Soot, Here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'll do without her. Magic tricks, you say? You could prove useful when fighting the demons. I'd be able to protect you from insane soldiers on the streets. Come with me. I must have misheard. This girl join our party? What could we possibly want with this dirty little beggar? The girl gives you a smile, joyous and untroubled, like a child. Sure, let's go. Okay, we finally have a full party. She has a temp. Weird. Stuff is showing up weird. I'm not sure why. So let us go in this house of questionable condition. It looks like it's been decrepit for a very long time. Rat swarms. I hate rat swarms. Do you have... Yes, you do. Let's switch. Since it's rat swarms, let's go ahead and switch to turn-based. Oh, that was a mistake. Because rat swarms apparently are really fast. Okay, who do we have? You. You actually have burning hands. That hurt the rats. Fortunately, rat swarms are affected by weapons. They just are really not fun to kill. Okay, where are you?
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
I must have moved too far. You're not letting me attack them. Why? Normally I can attack them.
Go for their hearts!
Yeah, let's go back to auto. Because for some reason it wasn't letting me attack them in normal mode. Okay, so we have a couple people mildly injured, no one horribly.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
I think I've already used that on you.
It should work. Is it flawed? It should work. Is it flawed?
Okay, everyone's healed up. You know there's a secret door over there. And there's some treasure here and there. Let's check there. Oh. We need to select everyone so I can get the right person to disarm that. It looks like I got both of them to try. Hey, as long as one of them succeeded. Hide armor, short sword, short bow, dagger. Nothing thrilling. There's something over here, wasn't there? Right there. Ooh, a recipe. That's the first recipe. Of course, I don't know that we have any way to cook. I don't think there's an actual way to cook anymore. Okay, let's go over here. Open the door. Ooh, this isn't good.
You follow.
Incomplete magic circle for summoning ritual. Let's destroy the circle. Last thing we need is more demons. Yes, the last thing we need is more demons. Incense, diamond dust, decorated scabbard, and some gold coins. Boop. I think that's everything here. So let us head out. Okay, I think that was that corner. Can we get here? I don't think we can get there. Oh yeah, we can. Sort of. We can get close to there. Close enough to see. Okay, that's another way out of the market. Oh, there's a treasure here. So back here.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Gold coin, light mace. Scroll of cure light's worth it. And then there's treasure here. Looks like a gold signet ring and some gold coins. And nothing else. Okay, so now I think we want to go here. Oh, we want to go here. Up here. Oops. And right here is where we can build a bridge. And now we can cross into the other part of the area. Okay. We can cross the rubble with a DC 19 check, or we can go this way. I think we will go this way.
I'm sure they mean us no harm, right?
More of these things?
You won't stop us.
Could have sworn I killed you. Didn't I kill you just now? Could have sworn I killed you. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a midnight stroll and will accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble, while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden-curled Azimir is beautiful, even by the standards of his kind. In those veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic! The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, his voice accustomed to barking orders. It is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no better than the demon worshippers, those miscreants whose beasts are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task and not kept them here surrounding a useless, utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then that must mean that there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt, and they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they slink out and try again to... And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked, and Trendlev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Land at your service. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I lived in cannabis my whole life, and you've never seen me before. Ah, it must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We've been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade? So you're a mongrel. You obviously know human speech, surprisingly well, in fact. All right, let's be off with you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. I'm a crusader. I'm fighting to liberate Cannabis from the demons. A crusader, you say? I'll be looking into that. You obviously don't know to whom you are speaking. I am the one who decides who is a crusader and who is a traitor in the city. Holrun Sappak, prelate of Cannabis, by grace of Her Majesty Queen Gallifrey, the city's defender against threats from within and without. And we can see you've done a sterling job protecting the city. I am Raymond of Enmi, prior of the Temple of Desna, which alas completely lies in ruins. Rais Hulan has decided it's vital to guard this hole in the ground from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him the city has far more urgent matters to deal with, but for instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may be, in fact, be one matter is more important than guarding this hole. I put it off, and look where it led us. I would have had you hung from the gates when you were dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If Sarkarinians have hanged Eru Varash when they had the chance, there never would have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, siege this scum. Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Iomede. The old man fixes his eyes on Sela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomede, and I won't question yours. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Cannabis. I am no enemy of yours. The old man frowns and whispers something, a prayer or a spell. With each word his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I We'll keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger, and later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. I must deal with this filth once and for all. What precisely are you accusing Ramin of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the Wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. The Wardstone of Cannabis, the gift from Iomes, the bringer of life, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess tried to meddle with it using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramin got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruin. It's time to rectify that mistake. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the Wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah, yes, from Stanton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mob's lies, even for a minute, and I was right. Don't lay a finger on him, or you'll have to answer to me. Stop. You are defenders of what remains of Cannabis. Can you think of anything better to do than be here at each other's throats in the ruin of the city? You're a fool, Hulrun. You're a zealot and a murderer. But you're a fool first and foremost. I told you the Wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the Warpstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you've done nothing to prevent it, and now you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit that you are wrong, as always. With a wave of his hand, the Asmir vanishes. Looks more like he ran away and then vanished, but... He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. Hulrun turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have marked out a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back the filthy traitor. I'm almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Ramin must be captured. Ramin really warned you about the attack? Those crazed demons are always bursting into my office with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass, but can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of the intelligent reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treacherous plan, a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brain came to me and declared the demons were about to attack the city and the Wardstone powers diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomede forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated, but instead I simply increased the surveillance on him. And what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic, and not 3 days later the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desans played right into the hands of Discari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramin covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else could he be but a traitor and a heretic? There's nothing dangerous in this hole. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below your feet, It is no secret that those passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offerings love roaming around underground. That's why we'll be keeping an eye on this hole. The beasts decide to attack from here, we're ready for them. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts. You wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception and worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, cannabis would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to me what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, cannabis didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came to the city gates. Bold as brass, the guards let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. 'Twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came by from Mendev, or if you hauled yourself from across the seas, the crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion we paid dearly for our laxativity. Just as soon as these innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed towards the wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, splattering the wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Mingagu is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks, and the creature was right now. We let our guard down, and we got what we deserved. The bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into townsfolk's memories. Since then, cannabis has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who converted Arlene's glory. We drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Balor Korazavfred, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Daskari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here. The goddess cursed him in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now that we have vigilance and discipline, we can do it. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with a Brutus shadow demon. It was nothing. I'll take on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Now the question is, this guy is a zealot, and I think he's doing more harm than good. Do we attack him? Where can I find Ramian? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He probably hunkered down in some hole like the traitorous little rat he is. He'll be sitting, trembling, and waiting till we drag him out of there. With the prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. I'm sure lots of things sound sensible to you. And it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. I have to go. So next, go then if you have to. It would be good if you could return the head of the scum. Ember peers intently at Hulan. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I had nothing better to do than arrange meeting with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and tried lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. But then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was for good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all this year. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young, with a big mustache. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He must really wanted to protect the city. Only he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. Hulan, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask forgiveness? Puh, hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did the girl manage to survive the fire? And what about the crow that's always flying around her? I advise you take a closer look at that innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. You forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you have done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone. Well, what if I'd done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might do no better than them. I'll kill you for this, you swine. This is going to be a really long episode. What? I'd like to see you try, demon worshipper.
I will fight.
Now we do want to go to this. And unfortunately, you're first. And let's see, what spells do you have? Invisibility. Burning Hand you have one of. You have a Grease. Let's go ahead and throw that. We should have thrown that previous. And then we will have you run up to here.
You are today's sacrifice.
Okay, bear. Go kill him. He is still pretty dangerous.
You won't survive me.
Apparently he will. Don't suppose I can charge any of these guys. Nope. So let's run to here. Oh, he saved.
The light, take you.
Sorry for this being such a long episode. Let's get this. Let's go ahead and use this. And attack.
The spirits demand your blood.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Wow, you are just not hitting that guy, are you? Can I get to... Looks like I have to hit this and get through this guy. Ah, and he saved.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You are hurting my bear. You hurt my bear. I don't like people who hurt my bear. And now I can run up and hurt you.
Hear you cry.
I had to teach you to hurt my bear. Keep saving.
Into the fray. No glory without risk.
I'll cut you wide open.
Endure this.
He did.
Die.
Wow, he has a lot of hit points. Even after being drained of some of his life.
The light take you.
Go for their hearts.
Come on, people, hit him. I realize he's hard to hit.
Out of my way.
Apparently my spells are almost completely ineffectual against him. He's... oh. He's immune to my... He is completely immune to throwing spells at. I should have checked that sooner. Look at that. He's plus 16 on a spell where he needs a 14 to save. Yeah, that's pointless now.
Into the fray.
What's his armor class then? 20.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
She's out of... going to take me a while to kill this guy, assuming he doesn't kill one of us.
Run them through.
I guess we'll have to have her shoot her.
I'll hit you.
Nah, you won't. If I remember right, you're -4 with all weapon attacks because of your burns.
Cover me, all right?
You are today's sacrifice. So this is how it feels.
He's got to be on the verge of being dead.
Let's hear you cry.
Too late for apologies.
The light take you.
Finally. Ooh, a magic longsword. +1 cold iron sword deals an additional 1d3 to chaotic creatures. Well, I think we will replace with that for when we fight demons. And at this point, I think we will call it an episode, as it's almost an hour long. So, as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine. But please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming!